Hi, good afternoon to you. Thanks for clicking on to today's edition of the Long Range Discussion, and we have got milder air once again pushing its way across the UK. We have got quite a lot of cloud. Unfortunately, with this type of flow, we've got it's air that's coming from the southwest, from the subtropics. Of course, it drags across those colder waters at this time of year. There's a lot of cloud, there's a lot of mist, murkiness, and as well as that kind of fine, damp, drizzly rain as well. Some intermittent, heavier showers embedded within that flow, that strong west to southwest flow. Those actually the last observations of the Met Office, temperatures up to 14.5. It was actually a couple of hours ago at Aboyne in Aberdeenshire. Also just down the coast at Lookers and Fife. The temperature was up to 14.5 Celsius. So those are the warmest temperatures that I'm seeing off the Met Office at the moment. Plenty of 13s, 12s even showing up down across England and Wales as well. So we've got a very mild air mass overall across the UK at the moment. And we have got an interesting week as we progress into the weekend and into next week. It looks as if the high pressure really establishes itself both at the surface and in the upper levels of the atmosphere. What does that mean? Clear and generally sunnier skies, very mild temperatures as well, and certainly we have got plenty of interesting spring warmth to talk of. Now this is actually the current precipitation map off the GFS. This is off the Meteor Group website, and I quite often use this. It's quite a good, it has some good charts in it, so I encourage you, if you are looking at the weather for yourself, check the Meteor Group website up. You notice here, it looks as if there's a lot of precipitation over the UK and Ireland. It really is more of a misty, murky, and some isolated showers here and there embedded within that west to southwesterly flow. Looking ahead at 18 hours, if you notice here, the rain becomes less across the UK and Ireland as well. By 24 hours, you notice, this is obviously by around this time tomorrow, you notice here some rain trying to once again push its way into the western parts of Scotland, down into England and Wales, and across parts of Ireland as well. Like I said to you, the southwesterly flow drags in those clouds, plenty of moisture as well, so there's always, especially in western facing hills, there's always that chance of some rainfall. Very cloudy, unfortunately, as well. You always find on the eastern side it's clear. The reason being is that moisture, that damp air, gets basically caught up by the hills and by the mountains as well, and of course downwind on the other side of those hills you tend to find that it's sunnier, and as well as that, the warmest temperatures. A lot of the time as well, you've got that downslope effect as well, where the winds cross over the hills and downslope go right down the eastern side of these hills, and that enhances any warming that takes place. You get some sunshine combined with that flow coming down off the Grampians, the Pennines and whatnot. You can really boost those temperatures up, and notice here by 36 hours that we have got much brighter, well, generally a lot less rainfall, and I think we are going to be starting to see more in the way of sunshine, especially in more southern areas of the UK. Notice here as well, you've got plenty of precipitation over parts of Norway. Very heavy snowfall up across the mountains. You've got that as well across parts of Sweden and into Finland as well, and across the Baltic nations as well. Plenty of precipitation. We've also got a system, we've got a line of clouds stretching from, basically the Sahara Desert up across the south of Italy and into the Balkan nations as well, Macedonia, southern Italy. You've got plenty of rain, heavy thundery downpours associated with an area of low pressure here. But if you notice here, I'm going to skip ahead to the pressure chart. This is off the surface chart, and this is looking at Saturday. You notice here high pressure dominating the UK, Ireland, and you've got that trough over Scandinavia as well. A storm system is pushing very wet, windy and stormy conditions across Scandinavia. You also notice there's a centre of low pressure between Iceland and Greenland. That's going to produce wet, windy weather, cold weather as well. And of course you can see that low pressure just at the edge of your map there. This is off the ACMWF, the upper level chart. You notice here, this is for today. Plenty of cold weather across Europe. That is going to start to ease over the next 36 hours or so. Going to skip ahead to Sunday. And you notice here the high pressure really starting to take hold across UK and Ireland. Really over the next 7 days, folks, it looks as if we are going to see very mild, high pressure dominated weather across the UK and Ireland. This is by Monday. Look at that. The high pressure sitting bang slap over the UK, and it should produce more in the way of sunshine across Scotland and elsewhere across the UK. And with plenty of sunshine, a gentle southwesterly breeze blowing, widespread, I would say 12 to 14 Celsius, well above the seasonal normal for early March. And you notice here as well, this is I'm going to skip to the surface chart off the Meteo Group website once again to try and show you that the surface high pressure is just the same. This is by Sunday, and by Monday you notice here the high pressure sitting bang slap over the UK. So the surface chart and the upper level chart showing high pressure, that would indicate to me that there's going to be a gorgeous day during Monday. By Tuesday, very little change. You notice that the high pressure itself does start to push slightly further southwards, and therefore we might introduce more in the way of cloud across parts of Ireland, and as well as that over Scotland as well. More in the way of sunshine the further south you go across England and Wales. By Wednesday, you notice here some subtle changes taking place. Heights are starting to lower across Scotland and across a large part of England and Ireland. High pressure starting to become stronger across parts of France. We're looking at temperatures here across parts of Portugal of 23, 24 Celsius. So we're actually going above normal across this region. So beautiful conditions if you've taken a spring break across parts of Iberia. By Thursday, notice something here. The heights are starting to lower across the UK, but high pressure remains dominant, folks. That is an important feature here. All the way through the weekend and into the majority of next week, I really don't see much in the way of change. The only thing I do see changing is that there's going to be an increase after the cloud over the next 36 hours across northern parts of the UK. You're going to start to see that sunshine appear across widespread areas. But by the mid to latter part of the week, I think we're going to see more in the way of cloud again. Also notice here that the cold is building once again across those areas that have seen the toughest part of the winter here. Yes, we're mild across southern parts of Scandinavia, but you notice here a strong north to northwesterly flow blowing into Poland, and of course underneath this area of very strong troughiness, very cold air associated with this trough getting pulled down from the Arctic. You've got a reintroducing of that very cold weather across places such as Moscow, St. Petersburg and whatnot. Notice here by Friday, that's very cold air for the late part of the winter here across eastern parts of Europe. So parts of Moscow yet again could be looking at lows of minus 18 Celsius. Very, very cold for this time of year. Again, not unheard of. It does happen even at this late stage in the winter, but certainly this is an impressive late season cold spell for eastern parts of Europe, and it really has been a very tough winter from about the 25th of January onwards. Looking ahead at Friday into Saturday, so this is next Saturday, notice something. The trough is now pushing its way into the UK and Ireland. Also, look at how cold it is over Eastern Europe still. So you're going to really be freezing here. It's going to feel more like mid-January for the Muscovites and many parts of Russia into Poland as well. Sunday, the trough itself is swinging. That, folks, is looking much colder for Ireland and the UK. And on the last day, this is day 10, a long way out for sure. But look at for Monday, that looks quite snowy across Scotland, across many parts of England and Ireland as well, perhaps Northern Ireland in particular. That, folks, if that materialises, we have snow in the latter part of next weekend after what will be a very mild week indeed. Also, cold air remaining pretty persistent over Europe. So to sum things up, the next 36 to 48 hours, very cloudy, misty, murky across Scotland, becoming much sunnier, brighter across parts of England. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a 17 tomorrow across the southeast, East Anglia, whatnot, places that favour the greatest sunshine. As we progress Saturday, Sunday into the mid part of next week, it's looking fine, folks, across the majority of the UK. In fact, warm temperatures. We could be looking at 18, perhaps even 19 Celsius across parts of the UK, even across northern and eastern Scotland, where you're downwind of those Grampian Mountains. By midweek onwards, we're looking at Eastern Europe. They're going to have a resurge of very cold Arctic air, a very powerful late winter cold spell for parts of Russia and into parts of Poland as well. You're also looking at an increase in cloud across the northern and western parts of the UK. Looking fine, dry, settled over the next 7 days. And then by next weekend, folks, we'll keep an eye on those models. It's showing a cold trough once again across the UK. Could we see snow across Scotland, even down to low levels, and across parts of the Midlands, Wales, even Northern Ireland? Yeah, certainly if the models show that, it wouldn't surprise me if we see a cold next weekend after a glorious week ahead. Hope you have a great day, folks, and if you haven't already done so, get those winter photographs sent in. The video's looking good so far, and I encourage you over the next 10 days before it will find that cut off to making the video. Don't be disappointed. Get your photographs sent into the Facebook page. Click on the link for uploading your picture. It's simple, and do that, and hopefully you'll get your photograph under the video. Hope you have a great day, folks. Bye for now.